Hello and welcome to Simply South. I'm Harish Upadhyay. We are coming to you live from the beautiful Vidhan Sauda here in Bengaluru. But the top story of the day comes from Kerala. In fact, in a significant ruling that can have wider ramifications, the Kerala High Court in its order has stated that if a Muslim man wants to go ahead and register his second marriage, then he will have to take the opinion, or his first wife needs to be heard. In fact, the High Court has said that if a second marriage has to be registered under the Kerala Registration of Marriages Rules 2008, while his earlier one is still in existence, then his first wife should be heard on whether she agrees or not. While making the ruling, Justice PV Kunhikrishnan also said that in such a situation, religion is secondary and constitutional rights are supreme. The court's observations came while declining to entertain a plea moved by a man and his second wife seeking directions to the state government to register their marriage. In fact, CNN News 18's Neetu Raghukumar now joins us for more on this. Neetu, this order of the Kerala High Court could have a wider ramification on how some of these marriages get registered under the Kerala Registration of Marriages rules.
Now see, this is a significant order coming in from the Kerala High Court, where the High Court is categorically stating that if a second marriage has to be registered, the first wife should be heard. If a Muslim man's second wife marriage needs to be registered. The High Court stating that yes, the personal law allows a Muslim man to marry more than once, and there are certain stipulations in the Quran for this. But if you have to register according to the state law, the second marriage, then the first wife needs to be heard. And if the first wife has any objections, then the registrar shall not register this, but send it to further authorities to find out if the marriage is valid or not. So this is what the High Court order has mentioned, and the court also went on to dismiss this petition filed by the petitioner and his second wife seeking directions from the court to register their marriage. But the court has dismissed this petition, stating that the first wife is not even a party in this particular petition. So hence they are dismissing it, and the applicants can actually approach the authorities for registering their marriage, and at the same time the registrar will have to hear the first wife before registering the marriage.
Stay with us, Neetu, because we have activist Rahul Ishwar now joining us on the phone line. Mr. Rahul Ishwar, the High Court not just passing this order but also saying that religion comes secondary and constitutional rights are fundamental and they are supreme, in a way setting precedence of sorts for several other cases of this nature.
This is a very balanced, positive verdict in the right direction. High Court pointed out that a Muslim man can definitely marry more than once according to their religion. At the same point of time, the constitutional rights of the first wife or the woman is especially important, and she should be a stakeholder. And Kerala High Court rightly pointed out that Holy Quran doesn't allow extramarital relationships. So the first wife's consent, even according to Holy Quran and by the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first wife's consent is extremely important. So there is very important. And the observation 4, as you rightly pointed out, Quran doesn't permit secret relationships. So it is keeping the first wife in dark. It's a positive step, a balanced verdict, where in Article 25, the rights of every religion is respected. At the same point of time, it should not be unethical, it should not be unhealthy, and it should not be disadvantageous to the first wife. This is a balanced verdict. I hope our Muslim brothers, who we are very friends, I'm a great friend of Muslim community. I hope my Muslim brothers will come forward and accept the verdict, see the positive side of it. It is to protect positively the Muslim woman and also their rights too. So remember, this is a positive blending and balancing of the religious rights and the constitutional rights guaranteed in our constitution.
Also, Rahul, do you think in the due course of time there needs to be more information or at least clarity on how this will pan out? There would be question marks on whether there will be some sort of arbitrary decision that could be done by the registrar, because his or her role will also be important in this entire process.
See, let me be very blunt and honest with this. I'm a Hindu right-wing activist. I work for Hindu-Muslim unity. I work with our Muslim brothers groups to find consensus on so many matters. Let's just understand the seriousness of this issue. See, a Muslim woman is at disadvantage. She is marrying a person, and the person is marrying another person later, keeping her in dark, in a secret way. Is that right? Is one of our Muslim sisters subjected to such an injustice, right? So Muslim community should come forward, accept the positive spirit of the verdict. They can come forward, they can give their own views and inputs. Please remember, this is not an interference in religious matter. This is protecting the constitutional aspects, the dignity, the ethical aspects of a woman. I hope majority of Muslim community organizations will support it. I'm absolutely sure. Yes, there may be ultra conservative sections who are opposing. We should try to convince them, reason out, and it's a high court verdict, a positive spirited high court verdict from God's own country, Kerala, where we live in great harmony. So I hope our Muslim brothers and community organizations see the positive light of it, and it is beneficial for the 50% of Muslim community itself. They are women folk too. So this is a welcome verdict, and I hope they will come forward and either welcome it or at least not oppose it.
At the same time, Rahul, do you think there needs to be a mechanism put in place to ensure that the first wife is not under pressure, or there is no sort of a force that's exerted on her by the immediate family members or even the husband in several cases?
See, let us be honest regarding this. Even High Court had pointed out at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Holy Mecca, there were wars, there were less men. That's the reason why they were allowed to marry four. There were a lot of situational and contextual stuffs that really happened. Let us respect that. Right now, we have evolved into a new position. Majority of our Muslim brothers don't have polygamy. We also know that a huge majority doesn't practice polygamy. But some of the conservative group feels if they are trying to concede some space, their entire personal law will be gone. I don't think it is anybody's right intention. It is the case. See, we need to respect personal laws, Article 25, Article 26, religious laws, but there are some human rights, dignity, social morality, health. These concerns are also there. For example, in our community, at some point of time, sati was there. We rightfully abolished it because sati was absolutely inhuman. There are no two ways about it. But there are some things we should fight. I fought for Shabarimala.
Yes.
I fought for Jallikattu. So there is balance that we should maintain. I hope our Muslim brothers, positive, should come forward and engage with this verdict and understand the essence. And please don't see it as an interference on their religion. It is not.
Okay, all right, Rahul Ishwar, thank you for joining us. We'll have to see if this order of the Kerala High Court gets challenged in the Supreme Court and how the state government responds to the order of the Kerala High Court. Now, stay with us, Neetu Kumar, because the next piece